You're growing quietly, changing slowly, healing privately, becoming stronger in ways nobody else notices. And sometimes it feels invisible, but God says, your Father who sees in secret will reward you. Not every season of growth is loud. Some of the deepest transformations happen silently, so keep growing, even when no one applauds you yet. You've been praying for so long, asking God for the same thing again and again. You prayed in silence, you cried at night, you waited for answers that never seemed to come, and now you wonder, does God even hear me? But God says, before they call, I will answer. Just because the answer hasn't arrived yet doesn't mean God is ignoring you. He hears every prayer, every tear, every silent cry you never spoke out loud. God is working even when you don't see movement, so don't stop praying, don't lose faith now. Because heaven is listening, and God has not forgotten you. People left your life, some unexpectedly, some painfully, some without explanation. But God says, I will never leave you, nor forsake you. People may leave, but God stays, His love stays. His presence stays, even when the room feels empty. God is there, even when nobody calls God listen. Stop chasing those who walked away. Hold on to the one who never will, because God never abandons His children. You want to start over, but you're scared. Scared it's too late. Scared you already missed your chance. But God says, my mercy is new every morning. Every sunrise is proof that God gives new beginnings. Your story did not end yesterday. Your mistakes do not cancel your future. God can still restore what was broken. God can still rebuild what was lost. So stop looking at what ended and start walking toward what God is beginning. You keep comparing your life to everyone else, watching people succeed while you feel stuck, feeling behind, feeling late. But God says, there is a time for everything. You are not behind. You are on God's timeline. Social media is not your clock. Other people are not your measure. God is working according to His timing. Trust where you are. Trust what God is building, because your season will come too. You feel invisible, like nobody notices your pain, your effort, your struggle. But God says, I have seen your tears. God sees what people miss. He sees the nights you cried, the battles you fought quietly, the strength it took just to keep going. You are not forgotten. You are not unseen. Heaven noticed every moment you survived. Keep going, because God sees you. You survived things that were supposed to break you, nights you thought you wouldn't make it through, pain you never told anyone about, moments where you smiled outside but were falling apart inside, and somehow you're still here. But God says, my grace is sufficient for you. You didn't survive by accident. God carried you through moments you thought would destroy you. Every battle you survived became proof of His faithfulness. So don't. Now you made it this far for a reason. God is not finished with your story. You think your story is over. Too much pain, too many failures, too many broken chapters. But God says, I am making all things new. This chapter is the ending. God is still writing your story. Don't judge your future by what you're living through today. The page you're on right now is not the final page. Keep turning the pages. Keep trusting God, because He's not finished with you yet. You want answers right now. You want life to make sense right now. But growth takes time. Healing takes time. Becoming who God called you to be takes time. God says, trust in the Lord. Not every step will make sense today. Not every delay is rejection. Sometimes God makes you wait because He's preparing something bigger than you imagined. So trust the process. Trust the waiting. Trust the path. Because God sees what you cannot. You've been acting like your feelings don't matter. Like your pain is too small. Like nobody cares what you're carrying. But God says, cast your cares on me. Your feelings matter. Your heart matters. You matter to God more than you realize. He sees your pain. He hears your prayers. He knows your battles. Never believe the lie that you are forgotten, because heaven knows your name. You almost gave up, almost stopped believing, almost let fear win. But God says nothing is impossible with God. Don't stop right before your miracle arrives. God can change everything in one moment, one prayer, one opportunity, one unexpected blessing. What feels impossible today may become your testimony tomorrow. Keep believing, keep praying, keep trusting, because your miracle may be closer than. If you're thinking about giving up right now, don't scroll away yet. I know you're tired. I know you've been fighting battles nobody knows about, smiling in front of people while breaking inside. You prayed, you waited, you tried again and again, and now you're wondering if anything will ever change. But God says, let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. This season is not punishment, it's preparation. Every delay, every disappointment, every closed door is building strength inside you. You may not see it today, but God is working behind the scenes. So don't quit now, because your breakthrough may be closer than you think. If you feel lost right now, this message is for you. Maybe life didn't go the way you expected. Maybe you lost people, lost peace, lost direction, and now you don't even recognize yourself anymore. But God says, I know the plans I have for you, plans to give you hope and a future. Your story is not over. Being lost does not mean you are abandoned. Sometimes God allows confusion, so we stop relying on ourselves and start trusting Him. Even in seasons where you don't understand anything, God is still leading you. So breathe, slow down, and remember this: God still has a plan for your life. That pain you carry, the one nobody sees, God sees it. The heartbreak, the disappointment, the nights you cried in silence, the moments you questioned everything. But God says all things work together for good. Even this pain has purpose. Even this chapter has meaning. But one day you'll look back and realize this season changed you, strengthened you, prepared you. God never wastes pain. He uses it to build people stronger than they ever imagined. So don't hate what you survived, because it may become part of your testimony. You've been waiting for a long time, waiting for change, waiting for answers, waiting for things to finally move, and honestly, you're tired. But God says, "Those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength." Waiting is not wasting time. God is doing things you cannot see. He's preparing people, opening doors, building strength inside you. If everything happened immediately, you wouldn't become who you need to be. So don't rush the process. What God has for you is worth waiting for. Stay faithful. Your season is coming. You feel alone right now, like nobody understands your pain, your thoughts, your battles. Maybe people left, maybe support disappeared, maybe you smile outside but feel empty inside. But God says, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." Even when everyone leaves, God stays. Even when nobody calls, God listens. God is there. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are deeply loved by a God who never walks away. Hold on, because you are not fighting this alone. You think you ruined everything. Too many mistakes, too many failures, too much regret. But God says, "My mercy is new every morning." Your past is not your identity. Your mistakes are not your future. God specializes in restoration, second chances, and new beginnings. You are not too broken. You are not too late. You are not too far gone. God can rebuild what life destroyed. So stop counting your failures and start trusting His grace.